Good evening. Welcome to the Selectboard meeting and Board of Health meeting on September 2nd, 2025, being held in the Townhouse Auditorium. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Normally we do one verse of America, but that's okay, we'll skip it this time. That was Vinny all the time. So we're broadcasting this meeting over Zoom and recording it. Is there anybody else recording the meeting? Nope, okay.
Well, that's a little hurtful.
Chicopee City Council meeting tonight. We lost out to them. Yeah. We do have some minutes. We have the minutes of August 18th, both the regular and executive session.
I have a correction under police department grievance complaint. I voted no. This is all in favor and so voted. I voted
Yeah, we
no.
changed your vote after.
Okay.
It's what they do nowadays.
As long as I know,
Yeah.
you changed it. Get that?
Yes.
No. It was no.
All right.
No, then.
No.
2 yes, 1 no.
Okay.
Okay.
Other than that,
I've been good.
all right. Motion to approve the minutes with that one correction.
So move.
Second. All in favor? Aye. Okay, executive, following that, the open meeting, it was in regard to the negotiations with the highway union. All right, this summary seems correct. Where are we now? Quickly, Brian, just waiting for another date?
Yes.
All right.
Yep.
Motion to accept without release? No. I'm asking for a motion.
Oh, motion, I apologize. Motion to approve the executive session from August 18th, 2025,
Without release.
without release.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Next on our agenda is, gosh darn, what was the last time? We haven't seen a poll petition in like forever, right?
Like an hour and a half.
We have a public hearing for another National Grid poll petition. Every time you're here, Bonnie, there's another poll. Must be you.
Right.
All right, so, Rob, is that you?
Yes, select board members, can you hear me all right?
Yep.
Perfect. So let me give you just a quick lowdown here. National Grid to install one new handhole labeled handhole number 1-11 for service to lot number 24 Ridge Road in Hampden. You should have been serviced a sketch of the surrounding lot as well as lot number 24. I sent you via Vincent, my clerk, a revised sketch just for clarity and label purposes of that handhole 1-11. Essentially, we're just going to be installing one handhole to be able to service that lot number 24. It's to intercept existing secondary that's already there under the ground, and we'll be intercepting the existing conduit that runs underneath the roadway.
So this is a lot that's going to be sold? Is that why they're getting service?
Yeah, so the lot is already being, it's bought by a builder, and so they're planning on building currently.
Wow.
What's a handhold?
So the handhold is essentially just a small fiberglass or concrete box that stores the secondary connection. This section of road has no poles on it. It's just all underground laterals, all underground conductors, as opposed to them being mounted on a pole.
So you open up this box and what's in the box?
The box just got a little spool of wire there, almost as if you would see it up on the pole. So this one specifically, it only has secondary power.
Wow, I signed off on this subdivision back in the 90s, and I'm shocked it's taken that long. This was not a lot that was really in good shape at that time. I'm shocked they were able to sell it, but hey, the old saying, they're not making any more dirt anymore, so they built somewhere. All right, do we have anybody, I think we had a report from the highway superintendent that he saw no problem with it, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Do we have any butters to speak or ask a question?
I'm just here to find out, the lot's been sold for a long time, and I've tried to reach out to the builder to find out what's happened in the past, but just curious, because it's not looking great right now, so I just didn't know if there was any immediate plans, or if this is, that's all. So it's been,
Have you seen any work on the lot at all, Nick, or?
Bill, he's here, so I don't.
Oh, go ahead.
I am the builder,
Yeah,
Oh, hey, you are,
Joe Dasco,
oh, hey, hi, Joe.
Oldville Construction. I bought this lot in 2014. I put the well in 2014, was ready to pull a permit, and I got busy on other projects, and kind of, here we are today.
Okay.
Here's 11 years later. So I mow the property every year, and let the wildflowers grow there, and I'm getting ready to mow again, and it's time to do something here, and so here we are.
Okay. So Bonnie, quickly, conservation, have anything? Yeah. You got that right behind it. I mean, you know,
Well, I was just wondering, when you first.
I'm sorry, this is Bonnie Jeremini,
Yeah,
the
we
clerk.
know each other.
Yes.
When you first bought the lot and was working on it, and you filed with the Conservation Commission.
Yes.
And those, I can't remember now, I'd have to, and I'm not going down my files tonight, but I don't remember if you filed a request for determination or a notice of intent. I don't,
I have a notice of intent, and I have an order of conditions.
okay, now those are only good for 3 years, and then
Yes,
you
I've
have to,
extended, and they're still current.
right, so it's still current?
Yes.
Okay, it has to be in my files then that
Yes,
way.
it is. It's
When is that,
It's
when
recorded.
does it have to be?
I think I have another 2 years on the existing
Oh.
renewal.
All right, I'll check on that.
Okay.
Wow, one-stop shopping for you right here. You got the neighbors, you got conservation, this is great. Yeah. All right, is there anybody else that has a question about this? Board have any questions? It's not an actual poll, Don, so
Can't have
It
two.
is-
it's a hole, not a poll.
It's not a poll, so therefore there won't be a double poll, so therefore I can rest easy.
Actually, does it get credit for a poll? I mean, could they? No. All right, I'll take a motion, accept the motion to approve this request.
So we'll,
All in favor?
okay,
Coming back soon, Rob, or?
going next week, right?
I don't know
That
if we
was a
got another one next
rhetorical
week.
question. It was a
Hey,
rhetorical
is-
question. I believe you're up next week, yeah.
Understood. Then you may see me then.
Feel free to drive out here. We have cookies.
If work allows me, I certainly will.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, Bonnie, we have the Conservation Commission on the agenda next.
Yes, because when I went to your last meeting, you asked me to,
Well, you had emailed
them in.
saying you would do that.
I did.
So we took you up on your offer, basically.
So I have Joe Zeno,
Quickly, let me just, and I brought this, I think, up before.
yeah.
Do you have anybody from the commission that's here? Because, I mean, you have more knowledge than a lot of them, but technically you're the clerk. I mean, it'd be nice if the chair was here or something like that, making this request.
Yeah, well, no,
You have shared that there's some
Tom was
flux.
gonna be here,
Yeah.
but he's somewhere on vacation, I don't know where, he keeps sending me pictures.
Wow. But he doesn't send you with him, that's the problem, yeah. All right, so who do we have here?
We have Marilyn D'Agostino and Joe Zeno and Eric Ainsworth. And they have been on the commission now for quite a few months as associate members, but I only have 3 full-time members. And they've all asked to come on as associate, as full-time now, which would be very beneficial to the Conservation Commission, because I would go from 3 voting members to 6 voting members. And I wouldn't have to worry, number one, about having a quorum for a meeting. And I think it's good to get more exchange of ideas with more people than just 3. And they've also, well, Marilyn has been, she can't do site inspections, and I checked with the state, and that's okay. They don't have to do site inspections as long as they stay up on all the material that's being presented, and Marilyn has done that. She's done all her homework and asked intelligent questions at the meetings. And Eric and Joe have both attended every single site inspection since they have come on as associate members. Well, you missed the last one, I think. But,
Oh, really? Why?
so, I've been trying, as you know, for several years to grow the commission because it was just shrinking. And now I have 3 people that I think would be very good.
Okay. You shared a little bit at the last meeting about their background and, you know, how they've been participating quite often in the field work, et cetera. But if we could just hear from you all. Eric, let's start with you. I know you're the gun guy.
I am the gun guy.
Okay.
So my name's Eric Gainsworth. I live at 308 Summers Road in Hampden. A little bit about myself. I'm an Army veteran, served overseas in combat.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you. 2016, I received a medical discharge due to my injuries overseas. And 2016, I also became a cop in East Long Meadow. Been a cop in East Long Meadow since. This coming November will actually be 10 years. And I moved to town approximately 4 years ago. Bought a house that had some conservation issues. Worked on them and got me interested in conservation. Also like hunting and nature, and so I find it kind of fascinating. That's why I ended up talking to her about getting on conservation. And other than that, I have 2 small kids, a wife, 2 dogs, and that's about it.
I know you've always asked for an opportunity to have a conservation member who can carry, you know, sometimes the neighbors.
I used to have one.
Exactly. Yeah, I know. Oh, God, Phil. Yes, sir.
I'm Joe Zeno, and I've lived in Hampden my whole life. And I have a degree in plant science and environmental ecology, and I just recently graduated, came home, so I'm just was looking for ways to get involved with like local conservation, just like, you know, broaden my horizons, learn some more skills, contribute to the town, so now I'm here.
Okay, where do you work? I mean, I know there's sometimes you have day field trips and stuff, and is that inconvenient for you, or?
As long as they always tell us like how, like far in advance,
Yeah.
if we have something, so I'd be able to.
Okay, you're able to shift your schedule and work. Okay, sounds good.
What's your degree in, Joe?
It's in plant science and environmental ecology.
Okay. And then the rose between 2 thorns.
You ever think about being a conservation agent?
Hi, my name is Marilyn D'Agostino. Bought our property in Wilbraham Road in Hampton, 1976. I've been here since. I'm a retired high school English teacher in high school, and retired licensed social worker licensed clinician actually, from Worthington Street Shelter Detention Center in Springfield. And my son Gregory has been on this commission for a number of years and would share a lot of his personal experiences. We have property in Maine, and it really kind of struck a note with me with what he was talking about, because we run into a lot of problems when it came to illegal property use, when it came to water rights, when it came to not getting the proper paperwork from the state of Maine. I mean, I've been through all of that, right, honey? Yeah. Because my brother was a civil engineer for the state of Maine, so he wouldn't let me take a breath unless I did it the right way. But also neighbors up there did not. So it used to irk me. So I wanted to follow up with my own particular motivation to find out more and try to contribute to that which was going on in a town that I've been part of for what has it been, over 50 years.
Well, I know one thing, and Bonnie, you know, we've known you for years, both as a member commission and now running the commission from the office, that it's important to find a way to work with the people. And Eric, you probably have lived through this, basically inheriting the problem as you will,
Oh, guaranteed.
you know, but how can we work to a solution? If you're open to it and they're open to it, we can make it work out. You know, pretty rare you find somebody, nope, get off my property, I don't want it fixed. Because you don't want that. Maybe those are Maine people, Maryland, not here, right,
I hope so. I would
Exactly.
prefer if they said,
Right.
really.
exactly. Eric?
I think you guys are all appointed, made a nice group.
Okay.
That's great.
Are you asking for all three to be appointed to the commission?
Yes.
Yes.
And
PS, that's a PS.
I know,
Okay.
yeah. Want a cookie first before we vote?
All right.
I entertain a motion. For quickly, and Brian, I don't know where you are on this, you know, dates, terms. You have 3 people on the commission right now. Do you know when their terms expire?
Yeah, Greg starts.
No, I don't know.
We have to have this information before we do this, just because, you know, we don't want all of a sudden everybody ends the same year.
I know
We're trying
Greg
to stagger.
D'Agostino just redid this,
Right?
because he got a notice on that from Eva. Eva's here, she would know,
Mm,
because she's the one that gets them all, swears them in.
yeah, but
I might have that list, one second.
Hold on.
I know Scott hasn't only been on maybe 2 years, so he's still good.
Not seeing it.
it probably was in that thing Bob started, you know, the employee. you know.
Yeah, Eva hands us one each.
All right, I'd like to entertain a motion to appoint Eric and Joe to terms of 2 years and Marilyn to 3 years. If we have to straighten out later, we can, and that way we know they're all like not expiring at the same time.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. So you're only 2 years, but you can be renewed. 3 years, right? 3-year appointments for 5 years?
Yeah, 3 years.
Well,
No, I think they're 3 years max, yeah.
yeah, 3.
Right. If, again, same thing, if you and Brian come up and, oh, here's the list, by the way, Tom's next year, Greg's the year after, Scott's this year, and we need to adjust them, we can always change
I
it.
might have got it here.
Hold it.
Oh,
Yeah, but that's what it says. So she put them down all for 3 years, right? Not knowing what they were, what happened, yeah. All right,
All right.
so we'll draft some new ones, and congratulations.
Maybe, right?
Maybe, right, yeah.
All right, so now Eva was saying to swear them in, can she do that now?
Right now,
Okay,
she's there, okay,
I'll go get her. Or they can go down to her office, right?
yeah, right,
I can.
You can't, right?
okay, see you.
All right,
We're done.
I'll take care of it
We're done, there we go.
right now.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Eric,
Thanks.
congratulations.
Whoop, thank you.
Marilyn, congratulations.
Thank you.
Stop it, say it again, please.
Congratulations.
I'll go get Eva.
Okay.
What do we got now?
We have, come on up.
Oh, we can just sit
Oh,
here.
really, really?
We just have one question,
Uh,
really. We had,
We have with us, for those on camera, and you can't see them because they're hiding off camera site.
I won't hide. Where?
Jean,
There I am.
You gotta move it right
I
there.
have nothing to hide.
You gotta hear us.
would you like a cookie?
No.
So, hello, Jean, Kathy?
We had
Kathy?
an October 1st date with the movers for the library to move us into Thornton Burgess. And I want to know if that's realistic. Can we tell them to go forward? Or when is there a time that you think would be more reasonable for those rooms to be ready for them to move the books and the stacks and get us working over there?
Well, two things. So, and Brian has kept us up to date on most of
Yeah.
this. You're putting the books, et cetera, in the old library, if you will. You also have the 3 rooms on the front
Yes.
hallway.
We have children's books and,
Right, so those are going to be undergoing tile replacement. First off, asbestos abatement and tile replacement. That has to be done. That hasn't actually been bid, it's been bid but not awarded yet at this point. So that's something that can't be done
So-
after you move in.
so October 1st is a no or yes?
It would be extremely difficult to think right now, beginning of September, that's not going to happen.
Okay.
Secondly,
Tell them no.
we need to talk about the flow control, if you will. So we're installing doors that have electronic controls, because your hours are different than, say, the town. You've got nighttime usage, but we're not going to have people just wandering through the entire building. So all of a sudden, the library's open Thursday night. This is the entrance. I believe we're talking about the northern entrance is yours for a nighttime use. Or you're thinking of bringing it down? Yeah. So all of a sudden, and the other doors would be electronically controlled so they don't go down to the cafeteria, something like that. That's got to be installed.
So do you?
So
have-
bottom line is October 1st is definitely not going to
Okay,
happen.
October 1st is out. I told them that I would get back to them if you knew, is November 1st, December 1st?
We're targeting for the end of October.
But would I, because I don't want to go back again and
Oh,
say,
of
okay, we're
course,
not
of
ready
course.
again.
You know, we'll know more daily. I mean, you don't want to like keep going.
November 1st.
Now, the bulk you're moving, the
Yeah.
bulk of your stuff is going into the main old library, if you will.
There's a lot going into the children's room.
Is there?
in Rochford, and the reading room, and, yeah.
Okay,
Other
so
rooms
that's why it's
and the
critical.
teen zone, and, yeah. it's-
That's why it's critical, the floor, you can't do it when everything's on top
Oh,
of it.
I understand
Yeah.
that. All
Oh, yeah.
I wanted a
Right.
definite yes, no, and if you had
And-
anything,
Well, the
you
other-
don't yet, I'll just tell them.
Yeah, we don't have a positive. Of course, we want to get the HVAC taken care of. You want the protection for all the books and
Oh,
stuff, yeah.
absolutely,
Right. Mm-hmm.
we need things in place, okay.
Okay.
He did say the cost may increase a little bit.
Increase the fines. How much you making in fines, late books and stuff?
No.
Really?
He said that we're a fine-free library.
Nice.
Yeah. No, he did say if they're rental equipment and things like that, that they need to help us to get the
Oh, yeah, okay.
move us over. If those go up, then it would go up slightly. Very nice man. Understood that, this happens, and he would need probably, he said, a couple weeks notice. So if you say, okay, November 1st, and you tell us, October 30th,
That's not good for you.
then,
Understand.
they're gonna need time, they're,
Well, believe me, Brian's going to be updating the board weekly on this. We'll know
Okay.
as things, fortunately, we have Herb Foley as the facilities manager, and nobody knows the building better than him, because he's been the head facilities guy there for many years. So that saved us ramp-up time, because now we have a guy on board who doesn't need to figure out where the bathroom is. He installed them, so that's going to help. But key part first is to get,
He
not
starts
just,
on the 8th.
Yeah, you start sufficiently by
Starts on the
8th
8th.
for the town.
but he starts on the 8th, but he shows up anyhow on his own.
Yeah.
Key part, Brian's going to work on getting the floors done. That's got to be done. They're working on the HVAC control part. also working on the door control, electronic controls.
Okay, I understand all that, I just kind of wanted a date. We're looking at least 2 months.
Worst case, we'd like to think worst case. We'd like to be in there before town meeting.
We'd like to be.
We'll
We'd like to be.
see.
Yeah, we'll
I
see.
think 2 months is a,
But we're not going to rush it and have to fix something later. That's key part. Like doing something at your house, let's do it once and not twice.
Yeah, we'd rather have the space ready for us than go in there and still, you know,
exactly.
have ceiling
Construction going,
tiles
right.
stained and, you know, all
Right, we
that.
want that for you too, yeah.
Okay,
Great,
all right, well, thank you.
thank you.
And I have a couple of questions.
Sure.
So my mom's room is gonna be relocated to the front of the building, next to the children's room. I've been in the room, I've measured stuff out, et cetera, et cetera. I'm wanting to know about paint. Are we responsible for paint? Who's going to paint? I have chandeliers from my cousin's lighting store in Salem in that room, so that requires an electrician. I'm trying to get everything together, and my family is asking.
Do you have an electrician in the family?
No, unfortunately not.
I mean, there were questions for all this type of thing. Is there going to be, by the way, real quickly, so, but I mean, that's a question, is there a separate room for my mother? So she was a coroner now, but is there going to be a separate teen center room, you
Yes.
know? It is now? Okay.
So when you go in the library from the E rooms. or my
Yeah, basically you're coming, right, yeah.
You walk into the library, you go down to the back, and to the left, there's a large,
Used to be the, was that the social studies room, something like that, yeah.
no, it used to be Spanish in 8th grade, I think.
I took French, that was Mrs. Prisbilowitz's other corner, yeah. So that separate room that's attached to the library, that's gonna be the teen center?
Yep.
Okay, that's pretty good, because that's gonna be across from the park and rec rooms.
The teen.
That's good.
The teen area is gonna be part of the main library.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, it's-
The other room is gonna be programming. But the main teen place is
but
gonna
it's
be.
that separate room. The
Oh, for
books will
Park and
be
Rec.
in the library, parts, but the teen
Oh,
center
yes,
will
on
be
that.
in that room.
Yeah,
Okay, great.
yeah.
Okay, so we'll keep in a loop, and we'll see
Yeah,
probably,
keep us in the
Maybe as
loop,
much-
we will, we'll see Ellen here tomorrow, probably at the staff meeting anyhow.
probably. Yeah.
Probably.
Okay.
So
Great.
You're asking about paint and lights, right?
right.
I'm asking because my family is asking,
So,
and are we responsible for painting? I mean, I can't see her painting.
so let me talk to Herb when he starts on next Monday.
Okay,
Because there's a lot of these same questions for every room. And our main priority for him for the next 3 months is flooring, painting, lighting, ceiling tiles.
okay.
So I wish he could have started sooner, but he has other obligations with his other employer. But he is chomping at the bit, and I'm chomping at the bit to throw a bunch of stuff on his plate. So maybe we touch base middle of next week,
Okay,
and then we can probably get a better,
all right. Sounds
more
good to
solid
me.
answer.
Okay,
Sounds good to me.
thank you.
I'll see you.
Thank you all for your time, I appreciate it.
And Kathy,
Thank you.
I think Kids Thing starts next Monday, right?
What does?
Here, Kids Things, I think Monday.
Monday? Yeah, my little one is somewhere else now.
Oh, no.
Well, no, just out of town.
Okay,
No, he's good.
maybe I'll still see you on Mondays then.
Programs in September for the adults that were originally planned, well, they weren't originally planned, but we were prepared to be elsewhere. Just wanted to know where and when.
Right. Key part is making sure it's ready for you, rather than having to lift everything back out, oh, we gotta fix
Oh,
this.
no.
And we really are ready to move.
I'm sure.
That library is ready to go.
Right?
She's got everything marked.
Sorry.
These are the same flavor.
He's upset they're both the same kind of cookie. Can you believe it? Looking a free cookie in the mouth, like, what? Great.
Thank you.
Thank
for
you.
your time, appreciate it.
Good evening.
Our mother-in-law, so Richard in here.
Is Richard on?
This guy, yeah.
Not a clue.
I was on fiber optic with me, I know what it looks like, it's on him.
Who's that?
I know he used to zoom in a lot. He's not, is Brian?
Anybody online? Nope. Okay, we'll move on to, well, Lori's here, that way we can send her back home. You want to talk about the regulations?
Yes, we do.
Who's this guy?
No, there's nobody else on.
What?
Nobody else on.
Isn't he this guy here?
Might be volunteering for a committee, so. Hi there.
Hi,
That was a great set of regulations. The font, the spacing, I loved it.
thank you, Brian, you're fantastic.
Welcome.
Good job. The word man.
Okay, Brian?
So, it's been on the to-do list for a little while to have regulations for the transfer station, written regulations for the transfer station. It was just intended to put into writing what's the current operation. We weren't looking to change much, but it provides backup for the transfer station attendants, and it provides expectations for everybody about how the transfer station should be operated. Hopefully, we can minimize conflict between users of the station and the attendants, because it seemed to happen. I don't know how frequently it's happening before, but it happens a little. It's happened on occasion where when the rules aren't known, some people have different expectations, and then it puts a transfer station attendants in a difficult position.
I know Don, this is your bailiwick now. One thing we were looking at before we had the change was trying to bring electricity to the shed.
Correct.
And that was something I was trying to work with Amoresco, while they're still fixing the battery issue, but it's something they would entertain doing something there. Is that something the Board of Health still wants to look into?
Sure.
If I might, I did reach out to try and get an estimated quote window from an electrician. They're gonna go down, look, and see what's involved.
You just gotta run a wire from one of the poles, right?
There is a 120 service on the pole, so that's the key part. You'd probably have to put an extension pole on the top of the shed.
Yes,
Yeah.
correct.
You're not gonna be able to put anything in the cap, and that's,
And then pending where the number comes in, I may ask Don on a number if we agree, and then petition for the warrant upcoming. I guess that's a procedure. That's a
Do we still have the telephone there?
Yeah, but there's a dial tone, but when I was trying to dial, it was wonky. I'm paying a bill on it.
Can you
I'm gonna go try.
Can you call them?
I'm gonna try when he's there, yes.
should have been today, yeah, call him.
We were playing with it one day and then we got busy with customers.
Don, half the time Carol would answer Joe's Pizza, somebody go like, what?
Because, everyone's got cell phones now, so.
Any landline that's active, which that one is, if you need 911, you should be able to call 911 without hesitation, and they have the location, so. Nobody could speak, at least he's getting that out.
Right. Okay, so, Don, you'd like a motion to approve the regulations?
I make a motion to approve the.
No, you want from us?
Yeah, I want it from you.
Yeah, all right, darn it. Great.
Can I just?
Give him a motion.
Go ahead.
I just want to mention there's one difference between what is currently in terms, so Exhibit A has the fees here. We didn't really know what the practice was for a replacement permit stickers, so there's a suggestion that it's $10.
I thought it was half the cost of the sticker.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, they were just handing them out. They were handing them out, without the respect, would pay to.
No, that's, because I hate to say it, it's not just that, because, somebody could be, I lost it.
Yeah,
Here's one
exactly.
for my friend. So it's gotta be at least half the cost.
If they bring a portion of.
And there's no prorating. There's no prorating.
Okay, so half the cost on a.
Half the cost.
Half a cost on a senior, we're just going
Right.
half across the board.
Even if it's 11 months through, it's still half the cost.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm in, all right,
So that should be changed on Exhibit A,
okay.
right?
Where do you have that?
Bottom, 1, 2, 3, after senior secondary, it says replacement permit sticker.
Oh, replacement sticker, okay.
So that should read,
Half the cost of or 50%
Of what they,
original sticker,
what they paid.
whatever the original sticker was.
okay. So the intent of Exhibit A here would be that whatever the board adopts each fiscal year, you would just amend
Correct.
Exhibit A here and rename it fiscal year 27, and then whatever the changes are. And are we taking out I guess by practice, they would not charge a fee if they brought a piece of this, like if you sold your car and you scraped your sticker off,
Oh, yeah.
they would not,
Some portion of it.
All right, maybe that's,
they would not
That's
charge you.
reasonable, that's reasonable.
And that's what that
Yeah.
note on the
Keep
right.
records too.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
And I guess the biggest concern right now with one of the attendants lead is the verbiage on household trash. He, with all due respect, really wants it known that it is going to be anything you would put in your kitchen trash recycle, your kitchen trash, household trash in those yellow bags. So that there's no confusion, it is literally a home household trash.
so just because you got a big yellow bag, you can't wrap your microwave in there and
Exactly.
throw it in the thing, right?
Anything you would put in your kitchen barrel, because he is worried about some of the wording.
Oh, I'm sure.
We'll look it up. So if it's out here right now, it is your household
The
kitchen.
word is just fine,
Household.
but short of standing there and watching the bags go in.
No,
We
they're,
still got,
they're tying them.
yeah, still abuse, yeah.
If they're putting in a microwave and they've tied that bag, but yet they're struggling, then you know there's cause for concern.
If they're standing out there watching, right, but if the guy's in there, oh, I'm selling a set of bags, and let me get that bag in there.
They're throwing them.
It's happened for years, yeah, yep. All right, and like I say, I think they did a nice job repairing up there and upgrading the
Plates came
platform.
out fantastic,
Yeah.
cause for concern underneath the plate, please be aware of that.
So keep upgrading.
It's a matter of time. And then there's some safety issues on the other side, but in all respect, time and process,
That was a reasonable cost for good work. Right, all right.
on the budget. Electricity, I do feel, with respect, I think we all do, is the next priority compared to the plates.
Yep, okay. So I'll make a motion to approve the rules and regulation of the Hampden Transfer Station as amended for the replacement sticker cost.
Second, all in favor, any further discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Get you out of here quick.
This is, gotta go forward, right? Safety. Thank you.
Okay. See you, Laurie.
So we would like to bring back a
Sugar.
price for warrant article, a warrant article for the electrical work for the fall special town meeting. Maybe, and maybe one of the things we had talked about, in addition to the regulations of the transfer station, the document was also to maybe increase the signage a little bit.
Yes.
And help people navigate the transfer station.
All right, is there also going to be an article we talked, I know, Don, you've been working on the financials, to throw a little more at the enterprise fund?
Where are we on
At this
that?
point, we don't really,
We could see how this
We-
show goes.
Yeah, I think
we'll
We're tightening up now.
Yeah,
Yeah, but you're also going to see, I'd like to see the number from the free cash, and then, what is it, the LA1? What's the one we get from the state that gives us our tax rate info? It'll show the deficit for it used to show
Yeah.
retained earnings, but it could also show a negative, yeah,
negative, right.
yeah.
And I've started working with DEP, if we can show more recycling and process, we'll open ourselves up to some monies too from the state, that'll come in time.
Yeah.
But also another, if I can request, I know your highway department is very, very busy, and they're tired too. But when they're down there, even if it's every other week, if it's once a month, when they have the tractor and they're down there, if they would crush the rigid plastics and the metal and the cardboard, if they just tap it down with the bucket loader, we're getting more out of that haul. It takes a little bit of elbow grease, I'm told in the past they were doing it, but if they wouldn't mind giving us a little helping hand, we can extend our hook and tip fee, that's gonna be savings there.
That's good, and actually with that small excavator,
Yeah.
it should be even easier.
Be able to do that, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
When they're down there, no priority to go, just when they're down there, because they're.
Yeah.
Well, let's make a note then.
Stones are
Let's
there.
make a note. Tomorrow morning, you're going to be here at the staff meeting, so will Mark.
Oh, okay.
Let's do it then, okay? Right.
Sounds like a plan.
Dennis doesn't jump on it?
God, Carol used to walk and crawl into the
Look at, I've
cardboard
crawled-
box.
I've crawled so far too, and I'm not getting all the way in. Mike Yakavone does get in on it. Just in case.
Yeah, okay.
But we're doing our best.
All right, so tomorrow morning, we'll talk to Mark.
Thank you.
Great.
That's a good suggestion. I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Am I all set?
Cookie. All right, fine, we'll save them for the meeting.
Fine.
And I'll call you for you in the morning. How's that?
All right, thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Congratulations on your win.
Thank you very much.
Nice
I
to meet
appreciate
you.
it.
I'm all set.
Yes.
Guys have a great night.
Thanks, you too. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Hi there.
How are you?
Good.
I'm here
Okay, good.
because I got a notice, I think from you guys, notice to abutters about something with National Grid,
Oh, we had that, yeah, that was the first thing. So are you, where do you live? Ridge Road?
14 Ridge, yeah.
Okay, so, well, come on, we'll show you what it was. We're waiting for an appointment anyhow. So the lot on the corner is sold.
Yes.
It's been sold a while, and the guy's finally gonna start building a house, so we need,
That's what I heard.
so he's gonna, in the ground, put an extra thing in the ground, so it's got service. It'll connect from the line that's already there. So you're not gonna see anything except he's putting in the ground this thing, which will connect to that one. Who's 14? You're here? That's you?
Yep.
Yep.
So this
So
lot,
this is finally sold, and he needs
So-
service right there,
all underground, nothing above. No.
probably in the grass.
Right.
So I was under the understanding it was coming up to here.
No.
Did you hear that?
No, it's serving this lot here.
No, I know it's serving this lot, but there was something initially when,
No, we're here, it's coming back from here.
exactly, initially when National Grid looked at this, and I'm trying to think of who was on the Conservation Committee, Netherworth?
Probably Andrew, yeah,
And
yeah.
he was part of National Grid.
He works for Eversource, yeah.
So he was saying you couldn't do it from this location, you had to come back to this location, and then everything was gonna get dug, as well as where the bridge goes.
Right, but
then,
he's Eversource, and this is, and I will tell you,
what they asked.
he's told me about the differences
Okay.
between, so the grid guy was on, and I guess they do a
He
little
was here
different.
tonight?
Yeah, he was online with the,
oh, online.
Just about a few minutes.
Okay, all right,
and Mark said this is gonna be in the grass, it's off the,
Yeah.
off the side, so it's,
when does that go?
you're gonna have a neighbor soon.
Yeah, I knew that, yeah, but when does?
He said
when
he
does-
sold that lot in 2014.
Right,
It's been that long.
I know. Well, I kept petitioning against it, that's why.
Did you really?
Yeah, my online, yeah.
No, so,
Yeah, you are.
what's your name?
Bob Kircher,
How long have you been there?
since 20, you got me now, 15 years.
Yeah, because I mentioned, I was the guy who signed off on that permit, when they first started doing that.
When they were, and that's when they split this, because this lot was part of another property.
That's exactly right. That's what surprised me, seeing it after I left the board, because you had the neighbors
Is
down
this
here.
on?
It is.
Yeah.
You're being recorded.
Yeah, the neighbors here, and of course, a little conservation, yeah.
So you got a variance for a well, you got a variance for a septic, and then you got a variance for the wetlands. A lot of variances.
I'm not sure about the variance for the septic, because I know.
Yeah, because it has to go up here.
No, not just that, because conservation also talked about how they get renewed. The variance for the septic would not be in
It's department.
perpetuity, would not be in perpetuity,
Right.
right? If you had a variance for a septic, over a certain time, you have to, I think, reapply. It's not, so if they've got one, I haven't seen it come to me, you haven't seen it, so if it predates us and we've been here together for, 5, 6 years,
Yeah,
I think
It's
they'd have
just-
to resubmit.
just sour grapes, because when you look at the configuration, the size of the land, where it is to abutters and where their wells are, where our stuff is, where the wetlands is,
Interesting.
it's gonna be a very interesting.
Didn't Bonnie
build.
say they had some condition, did he
Yeah,
say he has?
Yeah, what are
They were,
conditions,
she said there was-
exactly, yeah.
No, they do.
There's lots
Yeah, I
of
was with
conditions.
Bonnie many times,
Okay.
yeah,
Lots of conditions to it, yeah.
so.
But that's.
All right, but
that's
the
what they
electrical,
propose, so-
the electrical part is pretty straightforward.
So it's coming here.
Yep.
I'm good.
All right, thank you for coming down.
You too. Have a good night.
Paul Harvey. The rest of the story. Anybody else out there? Why are you here? So why are you still here?
All right. This guy apparently,
Oh, then you've got to have a cookie, Lori, come on. Okay,
just for, we skipped over his,
okay, anything else, or? Okay, then sit down and relax. Okay.
celebration.
So, yeah, first off, let me give you a background on Richard. So I think I talked to the board before, he had called saying one time that, it'd be nice to perhaps, some of the rooms over Thornton Burgess had them, have some older Camden person as he mentioned like the Sherwood Cronk Reading Room or something like that. And I said, that's an interesting idea. I suggested he talk to both Connie and Linda. And he talked to Eva as well, and I think he was gonna come back and update us on that. I think it's an interesting idea. I believe Linda has also mentioned that they've got, I'm gonna say 20 to 30 portraits of selectmen at Academy Hall. They've been dying to get rid of.
They've been dying to display them in an appropriate setting.
Exactly right. So she'd like to know, is there a way we could find some wall space and put them in, like,
I got 70,000 square feet.
I'm sure we can find something, yeah. But we're going back, and these are mostly the guys from the 20s, the 60s, something like that. Probably the last one was probably, I don't even think my father's in that group.
Probably Joe Zaire probably was the last.
Joe, Frank Kirk, those guys, So that was that part. 150th celebration. I think I forwarded a lady who ran into me at Village Food Mart, interested in being on it. I don't know if we've heard a couple others.
Only 2 others.
Okay. And one other chap said he wasn't, God. Robert Zudo. Main Street, he's the public information officer for
Sheriff's Department.
Exactly, yep. Be interested in that. So I think there's people that are interested. The one thing about doing it now, and I've been telling him, in my opinion, they might meet twice. It's all about researching at this point. Hey, let's see what some other towns have done and stuff. You're not gonna book any state official 3 years out. They may not be in office. Right.
Hopefully.
I was saying not to say that on camera, Don. Jeez. But finding out what other communities have done in their, help me out, Brian, sesquicentennial?
I will watch it.
Sesquicentennial, whatever it is, yeah.
150th.
That's the one, thank you, Eric. Cut to the chase. So,
My sesquicentennial, maybe?
I really don't, this is the one, I don't really have a big interview for these people. Look, if you want to volunteer for this committee, knock yourself out. I take a motion to establish the committee, and people that want to be on it will forward that to Brian, and Brian, you can set them up, basically.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Because the resume needed is warm breathing, and I'm not really sure you need to be a resident.
What about the money?
So we need a motion for establishing that account?
Or
I thought we talked about that.
Or does the town meeting have to establish
I think it's a
it?
local opt-in.
I thought we talked about that a year, didn't we, Don? The second time Bob was here, we talked about rolling the original appropriation into this new account. And we didn't do it?
No, I think it's a local
talked about
opt-in.
that.
Yeah, we did talk about it.
Okay. Does it need a warrant article, you're
I think
saying?
so.
All right, well,
Well, we'll do it.
the good thing is, because they're all warrant articles, the money is still there. We just need to like consolidate it, if you will, right? Well, doing that, provide it with an automatic 501c, if people want to donate to it?
Well, I think under the law, they can donate, it's for sale of merchandise, donations.
Oh, yes.
So automatically,
Yeah.
501, okay, all right. We don't need to have a friends of the whatever, this can still be a town account, all right,
Right.
okay. I don't see the Blue Ribbon Committee on here. I have not heard from a lot of people that are trying to figure out what it is and what they want to do with it, so.
Yeah, I think we have to get past moving in there first, quite frankly, and then.
Yeah, we're still gonna pay the bills on the place and keep it, yeah, right. I think the key part, the board has been firm saying, look, that part's done. We've crossed the Rubicon. We're moving to the new town hall, whatever we're calling it. And then something will happen to this building. All right. Town meeting logistics.
So the question is, do we want to use the same AV vendor?
I'd love to. Is there a cheaper one? No, they were great, fantastic. At half the price, I wouldn't even buy, you know,
Yeah.
but
We need the
$8,000.
two rooms. We didn't use the two rooms the last time.
Not really, no.
I don't think there's,
And I don't think there's gonna be the call for 2 rooms at this, there's nothing huge, yeah.
the one room, it'll probably reduce the costs.
Right.
Is there any, knowing what they use there, and the fact that we're gonna be doing more of this there, maybe even what we're doing for public meetings and stuff, is this the time when we should be looking at buying some of this equipment and figure out how to use it on our own?
That's the long-term goal, is to do that, yeah.
But is this the time for, is too short a time for that?
I think it'll be too short of a time for
All right.
the fall special town meeting.
As tight as we are, I'd love to have them, but I don't know if we can put another 8,000 towards it. I mean, I would keep that, again, since I don't see any hot button thing, if you will, on this town meeting coming up. Not like the annual. So, that's my opinion.
Agree.
You know, like I said, if it was $3,000 or $4,000, okay, but 8?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm wondering if it's just the one, did they set up the two rooms last time again, right?
Yeah,
So if it's just the one room, maybe I don't.
it should be less.
No, but I don't think it's gonna be, they're still renting all this stuff and bringing it all, yeah. Well, if you want to get a quote on one room and see if they got like a light version,
Yeah,
you know.
okay.
Speaking of town meeting logistics, so you sent the memo out.
Yep.
Telling people about it. We set a date for closing the warrant. You're gonna talk at the staff meeting tomorrow about it.
Yeah.
Have we heard of any warrant article? I can share that there's gonna be a warrant article coming from the senior center for phase 2, what we split at the town meeting, and we decided not to do the windows. But a bigger problem has crept up since then. The HVAC system unfortunately is failing. So they actually would like to bring that forward instead of the window work. We don't have a quote yet. B&G Mechanical is going to be meeting with Gary. But just a heads up, we had agreed that there was going to be phase 2 of the senior center project.
All right.
So that isn't defined yet. It's probably going to be HVAC repair, and that cost to be coming.
They're gonna do the windows though, right?
Windows with,
What,
they've
were they
done a
doing the
little,
roof first?
the roof is being, yeah, that's being done. The roof, bathroom, and septic, right, in the first load.
If the windows are put off, is that gonna cause any collateral damage in the meantime? Because somebody,
I don't think so. I don't think so, because again, same thing, if the HVAC goes, and the HVAC is located up above the thing, if that goes, don't worry about the windows, because all the water's now inside.
understood.
Yeah. So that's just a heads up, there will be an article for that. Not sure what else. I think we're aware of potential a cruiser. There's a potential, I think we heard from Mark, he may be looking for a truck. We're fortunate that we don't have a bridge.
What kind of truck?
A regular pickup, yeah. I think it's an off year. I think the dump trucks are in pretty good shape. I mean, there's always the loader thing.
Yeah, yeah.
But they got 5 guys and 27 pieces of equipment, I think are in good shape. So, any other ones you're aware of? Will there be a need, I mean, more money for TWB? Sorry, NTH, New Town Hall?
Possibly, I think it would, again, relate to the HVAC needs of the building.
So now, you need more analysis, but a placeholder is probably ready for that, okay. All right. Eric, are you aware of anything?
No.
Okay.
local,
Are we done with town meeting?
no.
Oh, okay.
Well, we are, but this ties in.
Awesome, okay.
The local option lodging tax.
Oh, really? So your wife says you can finally rent out that room? Is that what you're saying?
She's gonna rent it out.
Is it really?
Wait a minute. Local option lodging tax. I want to explore that with the assessors and maybe have a warrant article in town meeting. Towns can charge up to 6% for lodging. We currently have 6, according to the Department of Revenue, we have 6 registered locations in Hampden lodging. And so that might be enough. So I'll explore it. I'll have more information next meeting for us to look at.
You actually segue into a nice thing. I'd like to officially mention that, and I can't remember her title, assistant assessor or whatever, Jane Ferrantino has now been promoted to chief assessor.
Principal assessor.
Principal assessor. And that's both a credit to her and I think a credit to Kelly as well for the training and knowledge that Kelly brought to her. And we congratulate her on that. So, and now they'll be looking for somebody new. Along with the other positions she's trying to fill. All right. Vote for the master plan committee. Oh, you were on it. What do you think? You want to get rid of it?
Move to dissolve the master plan committee. They completed their work.
So we can save the salary we appropriated? All that, you know? I'll turn it back in, the shirts, everything else? Yeah.
The shirts, the hats.
Nice.
Make Hampton great again hat.
That hurt, that was. I'll make a motion to, or I'll accept a motion to dissolve the master plan committee.
Second.
All in favor, all in favor?
Aye.
Brian,
The only other thing-
Brian's not taking minutes anyhow, it
Well,
doesn't
by
matter.
the way, when we're talking about the master plan, what about we had created a municipal light plant.
Right,
And
so what about that?
The fiber optic committee, I mean, at this point, so that's interesting, actually, it's kind of an interesting topic. So, Brian, you might at least have the contact. So supposedly they came in about 2 months ago and installed some infrastructure in town to give us symmetrical up and download speeds. Essentially, is really what the fiber optic committee kind of wanted. We wanted high-speed internet to the small town. And, you know, people work remotely, I weren't getting that, and the reliability of spectrum. Well, it's kind of, it wasn't really fiscally responsible to ask the town to spend $6 to $10 million plus dollars. Don't get me wrong, it could have been a self-sustaining project, I should say. But if, you know, Spectrum finally said, hey, we're gonna step up, we're gonna give you symmetrical up and down loads, why would we spend the money if they're gonna give that and no liability? So they supposedly did that, but.
But that's on the coax, right?
On the coax, but
I
they're
thought they
supposedly
were rolling out the fiber.
Supposedly they did like supposedly they're saying that they had fiber throughout town and they're more like fiber to the node kind of thing. And that with the future connections of fiber from the house to the node, that's what they're saying.
Okay, so they're
least for now-
trunking at this point, but they
Right,
haven't. okay.
but at least they're giving us an option to have that symmetrical up and down load speeds is what they're claiming. However, I have yet to receive
Isn't
any
there
kind
a
of.
translation type thing when they go from fiber to, isn't there a loss at that point?
They're claiming that this new infrastructure that they put in is gonna give us 1 gig up and 1 gig down, which is essentially what fiber can do. So again, believe it when I see it, but they were offering us a solution and they supposedly, we're gonna do this, we were gonna get notified about when can we subscribe to this? And I have heard nothing personally, and I have.
So it's a different subscription, are they changing the charter price? Because right now I'm paying, I think, $99 for my internet.
Yeah, so I think they're going to change probably the price plans and whatnot, but they haven't given details of that yet, or even that option yet.
I think the only thing we get from charter is what Lauren sent us, hey, they're dropping Univision.
Yeah, a lot of cable announcements, and not a lot of stuff on the internet.
I'd like to know what the percentage, Don, you mentioned, what the percentage of people that are taking the cable TV in town.
Yeah, so that's interesting. So with that being said, at some point, we probably should dissolve the fiber optic committee.
Well, the other thing, let me just change on that. We used to have, and Don, you remember this, we used to have a cable committee.
we did.
I think we maybe retask and maybe make them both things, that you are the telecommunications committee, and like, that way, no, I'm saying you can work with,
You're good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I mean, expand your, basically, your mission
Right,
statement.
exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
What do you think, Don? Rather than going out for new people, make them the communications committee, and they handle it, maybe they can work with Brian even on the freaking contract, which is, where is that contract?
It's moving at charter speed.
You go, one up, one down. Yeah. One bite.
One up, two down, yeah.
Right.
It's fairly close to being finished.
All right. What I suggest is, let's flesh out what we're talking about here with the possible change of mission. Actually, you do that, please. Change out what we're talking about here with the possible mission statement of the committee. Especially should we be more on top of charter, seeing what they do? Then we can put a message out to the other members of the committee, hey, you still interested in taking this, expanding what you do? And then we don't have to ask for 27 more people to volunteer.
Understood. I can ask, yep.
You still get the same shirt, the same hat.
Yeah, the whole nine, yeah. Same payroll.
Make Hampden talk again, yeah, right, yeah, same payroll. Yeah, you get, new building though, you get a new office.
That's true.
You can have your own room
We
there.
have our own room, nice, nice. I don't know if that's something we want to talk about or with.
Yeah, on the correspondence, and it's under,
Yeah,
right there.
I didn't see it on here, but.
Yeah, right, yeah, it's right, isn't that right?
Was it on there?
Oh, she didn't. It's on the printed copy in your folder.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah, so.
Okay. That's, okay.
All right, so we're not going to do the vote to dissolve the committee, we're just going to rename the committee.
Okay.
Much like they renamed measles, that fake measles. Correspondence, so we have a meeting request from the school committee. They'd like to get everybody in one big beautiful room. Is that how they call it now? One big beautiful room, and one big beautiful plan. The board is always interested in hearing new, fresh ideas that move us toward a goal. We're not interested in rehashing the same things that have gotten us nowhere. So with an agenda that explores, although if they're going to be talking also about the funding thing for capital things and making sure we're all on the same page, I'd like to make sure we get a seat at that so we're not surprised. Because I have to say, I thought that chapter 70, 71 for regional appropriations has been very clear. The regional budget doesn't get touched. The number goes to the member towns, and that's the number you publish.
Right, and there's in the law, there's a process that if the town votes against it, there's a
Right.
process to go back and get a new number.
Multi-town or multi-town.
Or, there's other process. So I have no interest in attending this meeting because I have no interest in getting in the middle of what is clearly a food fight and.
Not here.
Not here.
Right, yeah.
Nothing to do with Hampden right now.
Right, we don't want to be the guys on the sideline with the popcorn going, well, that was fun.
No,
Right.
no. And, because the law is clear.
They're asking us to take a seat.
Right.
We don't have a date, though.
But if there's something productive to happen, we want to be involved in it. We don't want to, we're not there to point fingers, we're there to point, how do we get ahead?
Right.
So perhaps a comment back that what would be the scope of the meeting? And obviously location. I was finding the last time, I think we all met at the police station, their big meeting room. That was fine.
Yeah.
Although the last meeting they had, they couldn't get the audio working.
Right.
Was that one, the finance committee?
Yeah.
They're working with a phone instead? Yeah. If they can charge Belchertown for a new system.
So they're not gonna have a fall town meeting anyhow.
At this point. Yeah.
So.
Things change, but you don't know. All right, so a response back saying we'd be interested in seeing the proposed agenda for that meeting.
Also, proposed date would be nice.
Dates would be nice too, yeah.
Smiley face.
But what do you want to talk about? Yeah. Warrants signed. So last week, you guys didn't show up. I sat in the office by myself. Leftover cookies from the week before.
For hours.
Hours, thank you. Yeah, ours, yours, all of ours. And we had warrants for, pardon me, the warrants on the 11th, which I wasn't able to report on. The AP warrant was 1.212 $213.44. The regular PR warrant was $79,954.58. Last week, the AP warrant was $121,302.70. And you're like, it went from $1 million to 100? Yeah, school payment, street payment, things like that. The regular PR warrant, which is pretty consistent, was $83,261.53. That was 4,000 higher because I think we got paid. Of course, we give that money right back. Right, yeah. We're paving over the garden outside, much like the.
Putting the patio up.
Really? And the ballroom. Hey, you're putting a ballroom in the, NTH?
Yeah, we're planning on it.
Really? And the
We're
selectmen's
gonna pave
office,
over the courtyard.
no, the selectmen's office needs all gold fixtures around the walls, so.
We can get those on Temu.
No, you'll pay the tariffs, I think. You don't want to do that. All right. Any select board members' reports?
I have nothing to report.
We'll report that there will be a senior center building committee meeting next week. Planning board meeting last week was pretty darn interesting. Nothing that really affects this board, but one thing that was talked about was Mount Vision. And I did share some historical thing that, and if you know what Mount Vision is, Eric, at the top of Mountain Road, there are 4 homes off this lane that's private property. And I shared back in the day, planning board, both when I was chair and then when Charlie Dolan was chair, was always saying that when the owner came and wanted something from the town to get something done, that was the time to negotiate and say, look, we have 4 residents that are living up there, some with children, that have to walk their kids down this private lane. They're paying taxes. How can we, at some point, change it to where they're a little more official? Since you want to make some lots, you need frontage on a road. So we can work together on this. So that came up, and hopefully that'll be explored. You know, I was thinking about roads like that. We haven't heard anything more from Warburton about Howell Road.
No.
You know, that guy who wanted to like,
Yeah.
do something, yeah.
Just as well.
You like that gate, do you, huh? Keeps the riffraff out, is that what you're saying? Nobody has the key anymore. All right, Eric, you had nothing, so town administrator report.
Police chief search update. So we have the final 4 candidates, and they'll be going through the chief of police assessment center on September 23rd. And I would expect to get recommendations back in the next, I guess, maybe the next week, I would hope.
And the assessment center is where, for those who?
Right now, it's scheduled at TWB.
Right, NDH. Get in the habit, okay, come on.
We're working to resolve an issue with the well at NTH.
There we go. Not easy to train.
But our facilities manager, starting on the 8th, has been very helpful in bringing that to a resolution.
Like I shared with the board, I bumped into the facility manager in town on Sunday. It's the guy who lives 15, 20 miles away from town. And he just happened to be taking his wife for dinner in the area and thought maybe he'd stop by the school and see how things are going. So I think we have the right person for the job, I gotta tell you. I will say there's also the guy, maintenance guy at Green Meadows, same thing. The devotion he has up there, you know, you've seen him there 100 times, you know, he'll spend.
We're not signing those, right?
Right, yeah. So we're lucky for the 2 people we have.
Other things, we're gonna meet with Valley Communications over at NTH next week
It'll start rolling off your
to
tongue.
talk more about electronic access controls that we're looking to install there.
When we get the funding in place, and it's the Davenport Town Hall, when that check clears, that's gonna be something.
Would be nice. Fire station OPM, the request for qualifications went out last week. Our responses are due back on September 11th. And in terms of grants, we had talked very briefly about with the Inspector General about the LEAP Transportation Planning Grant. Mark and I are putting together an application to try to get, so this is planning assistance, to get planning assistance for the intersection of Allen Summers, Meadow, and Wilbraham that we had talked about previously.
Is there any, well, we talked about that, but we also talked about the other intersection. Is there any, you know, I personally think the one Main Street and Summers Road is just as bad.
I think the intent would be to
Look at it as a whole,
Yeah.
the flow there. Okay.
There was an accident there today, wasn't there? Morning, 7:30 this morning.
Really?
Yeah,
At where, the Main Street one or the other one?
Main Street.
Yeah, not surprised.
there's too many turning conflicts there. So many driveways in that small area.
Yeah.
Right. Don had questions for the fire department. Is that something, I'm fine with Ed getting back to Don, just, no.
Yeah, I just know about I put out the RFQ. I worked with Mark Barber to get out the RFQ, so that's due on.
Was one of your questions about the hiring? I mean, they got to replace Nick as well. Yeah, well, I mean, Nick is leaving.
He's gone.
Gone already, yeah, so.
Yeah, I haven't seen any job advertisements anywhere. I don't know of any work to update the tiles yet.
Okay. All right. And he did tell us maybe a month or so ago what the status of the truck was. I remember, I just don't, yeah. Well,
I'm just worried they'll pull a FEMA grant.
we asked him about that, if you recall, but, you know, with what's going on. Yeah.
Well, we do have the, we're watching the Hampden Night Out, the safety night.
Oh, yeah.
Officially October 10th. The Hampden PD is going to put that on.
It's even late, you know? No, but no fall festival this year, that's sad, yeah. Don was looking forward to signing a bunch of permits for.
Where's the tree?
Oh,
That's the other
Holly's Cupcakes, here we go.
Is it going to be a tree lighting? And if so, where is it going to be?
That's a great question. We're kicking that around. Are we transplanting the tree over to NTH or?
NTH. NTH has got a nice big lawn in the front.
It does with a slope though. Yeah. And that gets into, we were talking about the lighting thing. I think maybe, I don't know if that's an opportunity to bring Paul back in and talk about that, but I said before, maybe the lighting thing should be in the front of the new town hall. You know, we're gonna have a lot of traffic there because the library's gonna be there, so it's constant daily traffic. And weekend traffic, you got the park department there.
I agree.
It's gonna be as visible and less dangerous than
This is
the
a
corner.
big property to do a lot of, there's a potential
Right,
to do
but
something
the
big.
corner could be, we're talking right now about distracted, oh, look at it. Yeah, so I think maybe that's something to discuss with them, it'd be a lot easier.
We brainstorm about, yeah.
Yeah,
Those fields aren't used in the winter, right? After soccer's done, they don't use the fields at all.
no, they don't, I mean, but, you know, the basketball there, and that's just as,
But I mean, if,
and don't forget pickleball, 27,
there's nothing
you
that,
know, 24 hours a day, pickleball.
yeah.
Have you played yet?
Not yet.
Oh.
It's on my agenda.
Maybe we could have a selectman team and
let's do it, yeah.
we'll challenge the Wilbraham team,
right,
you know,
that's
Wilbraham
right.
Select Board.
Whoever wins gets to pay them.
What do you think, Todd? Yeah, you're the ref?
Yeah.
All right. That it, Brian?
And then we did receive bids for the senior center bathroom renovations. That's going to be talked about by the senior center building committee as to
Yeah,
how they want to
but
go with that.
bottom line is unfortunately, the lowest bid is still more than appropriated.
I don't remember how they had a breakdown of the different,
Cost, but,
we appropriated a lump sum for several different items, so.
yeah. I mean, it was quite a difference. Maroy was half the price of the next one, but
Yep.
Maroy is also the person that did, they built the police station and they built the addition to the highway department, and the guy lives in town, so
It's kind of
maybe he sharpens his pencil because of all his taxes too.
Right. Yeah.
And we had no complaints about the police station or the other construction,
No,
so
it is
that counts for
It's
something, right?
just over half.
All right, so staff meeting tomorrow, anybody coming?
They're gonna come, I think.
No, we're going to, but, no. All right, bring these with you.
I don't think you should trust me with those.
Leave them in. Tom brought a bag. We saw
I don't think you should leave me alone with those.
for a lonely guy, yeah, really.
Wife's not around.
No cat, no dog.
My cookie and milk.
At least you haven't got that house up down the corner anymore with the guy leaning out the window.
Sugar rush.
Oh, God. The other thing, the notice we had from DEP, that'll be interesting to see what happens at that meeting on site. But I was talking to Gary, and I'm telling you, I can recall, we had a picture, a map of town with little circles, like, there's a PWS 1, a PWS 2, a PWS 4, and I swear there was a circle on that corner at one point. But that could have been 2 owners ago, and if they don't keep it up, it could fall off the list.
Which place you talking about?
The thing we had, the notice from Board of Health, email,
Today?
yeah, yeah,
Well, they still have it listed as a,
PWS,
yeah.
then why did it take them so long to come up with this? It's what, the guy's driving by, oh, golly, you know, crazy. That's the state for you. Motion,
So move, adjourn, motion adjourn.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.